Okay, so some big news, guys. A One Piece remake. Obviously, I don't usually talk about One Piece on the channel, even though I basically do anime stuff, but it's more Chinese anime downhill, you know. But I just wanted to give my thoughts because I think it's like a huge opportunity for the company. I think it's the same company that they said makes Attack on Titan and a few other good ones. I think Vinland Saga too. But I feel like it's just a great opportunity. And I mean, I've listened to a lot of people's thoughts on the show and how the negatives and the positives and all that. Way more positives than there are negatives. But I just wanted to give my thoughts because I don't think a lot of people have made the same point I was making in terms of like I feel like they could tell the story with the information that they got in the anime already. I feel like they could tell a whole different story, even though it's still One Piece with the like just the information and the stuff that we got right now in the ongoing anime and the manga. They could tell a whole different story in the East Blue with all the information they got. Like for instance, they could easily bring a lot of the newer characters that's been introduced into the beginning of the series. Even people like Kuma. We've seen like the Kuma flashbacks, and we see that he was actually in the East Blue, and he was actually there watching Luffy. Obviously we know what happened with Ace and Luffy. They could easily tell the story, start the story off with Ace, Sabo, and Luffy, and what they did on that island, and the Goa Kingdom, and they could do the stuff with the nobles. They could introduce the Celestial Dragons really early. They could do the Fishman because Arlong was in the East Blue, so they could easily tell a story about the Fishman and the slavery. I feel like that's for me. I would want them to take that part of it and dive into it in the beginning because I feel like a lot of people they that's one of their complaints that One Piece isn't as serious. So I feel like if they dived into the whole slavery stuff and the celestial dragons and poverty and all of that, I feel like it would be really interesting and it really set a serious tone over the series, a whole different tone than the original series, who was like really lighthearted and goofy at the most part at the beginning. But you could set a whole different theme in the beginning if you start with just the nobles and the slavery and all of that with the fishmen, and because they could easily do that by starting with Luffy, Ace, and Sabo. We could actually follow Ace because a lot of what he did. We know he went to Wano, all of that. We could, they could tell a story. They could tell the story and show Ace in periods on his adventure while Luffy's on the island. They could show the stuff that's happening with Sabo, him losing his memory, all of that. They could show while we're in the East Blue, which I think adding all those things in the beginning makes the story more interesting. Because if you remember when we went to Sabori and we got introduced to the Celestial Dragons and the slavery and the collars and all of that, it really like opened up the series, and it introduced the rookies, all of those things made it way more interesting, and the story just opened up a whole bunch. But they could introduce a lot of those stuff from early, opening up the story from like this early and giving the new watchers that excitement from the beginning of the series. So I feel like that would just be I just feel like that would be just a great idea. So I feel like they got a really big opportunity here. And I just wanted to give my thoughts real quick on it. I don't usually cover One Piece. One Piece got enough, people on YouTube talking about it, but just wanted to give my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. I'm glad to hear your opinions in the comments. You can like and subscribe, check out the channel, see what kind of stuff I do, and yeah, I'll see you around. But this series is not coming out for a while, so but we're still excited about it. So maybe I'll do a follow-up video if people enjoy this or whatever. But for now, that's it. Peace.